John McKeag here, a new video. Yay, this one's going to be about proof. Proof you don't have to pay taxes ever in your life. And I've been doing it a long time now. And I'm going to post the proof of why that's true according to the government. To be able to do it, okay, all you do is get here on Liberty Aid Academy and you go down to our course here. I recommend the Mastery Edition, but we do have a foundational trust, okay? And that's what I'm talking about, this trust. You can't get this anywhere else. I'm the only one that has it, and or the school is the only one that has it, put it that way. And what we're going to do is go through the proof that this is a non-taxable entity. Whoops. Now, here we go. This is what I'm looking for right here. This is guidance from the SBA, Small Business Administration. There you go. And it's talking about faith-based organizations. Okay, this is guidance. What does it say? Frequently asked questions regarding participation of faith-based organization in the PPP program and the EIDL program. Okay. Yeah. Are they eligible? The answer is yes to number one. Okay, you can look into that. Number two. Are there any limitations? No. No limitations. And number three, most important one, this is what I want to go through here, okay? Number three, we're going to read every word because I want you to understand that this is a non-taxable entity. Okay, whatever you do under this trust, it doesn't matter. Everybody asks me all day long, what if I do this? What if I do that? What if I do this financial thing or that, capital gain, all these questions that bear no relationship to this trust and its status under the IRS code, okay? The structure makes it so you don't report. And no matter what, okay, you don't report, you don't pay taxes, period. And you'll never do it, not for any reason. That's why they're so invisible, the elite's wealth, okay? That's why the president says, oh, I don't have any taxes to report. This is why you can do it legally. Well, let's go over number three, because people ask me this all the time, so let's just read the government telling you, okay? How will churches qualify if have not been afforded of tax exempt status by the IRS? One question, do organizations have to request and receive tax exempt status or just meet the requirements of 501c3 status to be eligible? Everybody thinks you have to apply to be 501c3. No, there's another method. And it's talking about churches, but it's going to talk about something else too. It's not just for churches. So they want to make it sound like it's only churches. Here we go, churches and all those other things. Comma. There's a comma. Integrated auxiliaries of churches. Okay, that's another section, right? That's another. You got churches and these auxiliaries of churches, comma, and conventions. Oh, we've already seen what conventions are. I've gone over that. There's agreement between two parties, okay? Or associated churches, all right? So, amazing. They qualify for PPP and EIDL. Okay, let me just pull this up here. So what they're doing is they're reading, right? They're just reading straight from the 501c3. Okay, here's 508c1a. It's just the actual wording of it. 508. See, this is special rules. This code 508 has special rules for 501c3. That means you don't have to apply. Okay, it says it right here. 501c3. I've gone over this so many times. 501, right? I'm sorry. 508c1a. C, here's the C. There's the 1. There's the A. Comma and convention. See right there. There it is. It shall. Subsections shall not apply to these. See, they don't have to apply to get 501c3. Already, they're that when they start. So it's about how you set up your organization. Well, let's go into that in a minute. Not that. Okay, so here we are. We're going to read this again. So we just looked, and we're going to see this is actually word for word pulled out of 508c1a, you see? So let's go. Or associations of churches qualify for PPP and EIDL loans as long as they meet the requirements of 501c3 of the Internal Revenue Code. And all other PPP and EIDL requirements. That makes sense. Okay, here's an important sentence to this whole thing. Such organizations are not required to apply to the IRS to receive tax exempt status. C26 United States Code, right? 508C1A. I've been saying this for years. Then finally, you get guidance out there from the SBA, which is fantastic. So here's proof again: Christian Ministries Trust. There's the entity online registered at the Secretary of State of Florida. There it is, right there. Okay, Christian Ministries Trust and Law. They're fine with the EIDL. There it is, right there. See, application fine, got the money, everything, and they put out the information that this is not a taxable entity. Okay, it's tax exempt. Everybody all day long. None of our clients have ever heard a peep out of the IRS. Not. They're like, how do you beat it in court? How do you? No, this is legal. You operate this trust. You never interact with the IRS. You never report anything. You never fill out a form of any kind. Okay, never. All you do is get the EIN, and that's it forever with the IRS. Okay, forever. All right, and if you're working for someone else, that means you can do a W-9 situation. You can't do a W-2 because that's for your person, that business. Okay, but you can do a W-9. You can fill in the trust information for the W-9 and pay zero taxes. And you're like, oh, they send me a 1099. Sure, they send one to the IRS too. And the IRS knows your entity is non-taxable, right? And you know, and so you do nothing with the 1099. You never report. Never. Every day I talk to clients and they ask me the same question. What if I do this? What if I do? No matter what. No filling it out of forms for taxes for the IRS and no paying them. Now this entity, if it owns real estate, of course, qualifies for, you can go down the county. It's a type of entity that qualifies for no property taxes, and you can go through that process at the county level. So really, anyone not operating this trust is just throwing away money. That's all you're doing. You're just throwing away money. Who are you throwing away money to? The government. Do you support everything they do? Okay, well, just operate this, and at the end of the year, if you feel like they did a great job, give them money. You don't have to, though. You see? Just make it like, oh, hey, I'll pay you money if I feel like it. You know what I mean? That's what this does. You're not forced to. I'm not saying don't support the government if you want to. Go ahead and pay them as much money as you want to. They take donations, no problem, okay? That's not a problem. But if you want to operate a non-taxable entity, never be required to pay any IRS tax, never be required to fill out an IRS form. How many hours and millions of dollars would you get back over your lifetime? And you'd be super wealthy too. Why are people not getting this trust, right? Why are people not getting this trust? I have no idea. Okay, but go look it up yourself. I put the URLs in this video. Go look it up yourself. And you'll see this is all correct. And hey, people already do my work. Get out there, Get the money from the banks, right? More credit makes your life easier. More money from the banks makes your life easier. So what are you waiting for? This is all so easy. I mean, I've been doing this for so many years. Come on, get in there. Quit wasting your money on all those taxes. Come on. Okay. Waiting for you. Our whole team's here. Our school's set up. We're totally open and we're ready to go. Who's next?